Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, starring Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Demi Moore, Bernie Mac, Luke Wilson, and Robert Patrick, and directed by McG. Now, okay, let's just get into this movie because I have nothing too positive to say about it. The opening of this movie is absolutely unnecessary in North Mongolia, where it looks like we're in Game of Thrones territory, but it doesn't get any better with Natalie Cook, returned by Cameron Diaz, Dylan Saunders, returned by Drew Barrymore, and Alex Munday, returned by Lucy Liu, save the life of Ray Carter, played by Robert Patrick, while Natalie rides a fake bull machine, while Wild Thing by Tone Lock is playing in the background. And they get Ray out, I meant not the Ray, but Ray out of there. And while all this is going on, I'm thinking this sequel is fun, but it's unfortunately unnecessary. Just like Bruce Willis having a cameo and getting killed next thing you know. Bernie Mac comes in as Jimmy Bosley. I love Bernie Mac in comedic roles in movies like the Ocean's 11 movies, but is not very convincing here as Bosley. And it's a real shame because I think he's funny in general. And I do miss him, but I don't miss this terrible performance. Natalie meets Madison Lee, played by Demi Moore, who I wish got her acting chops better, like she did in the 90s. And her character is just very one-note as a villain. We then get to a motorcycle race scene, and Alex tells Dylan because Natalie just moved in Pete, returned by Luke Wilson, and assumes she's going to leave the agency and gets married to Pete, and that as a dilemma doesn't work for me, as Dylan gets a story later on about an evil ex-boyfriend is going to be called Helen Zoss. And again, it doesn't work for me. And how could you not laugh at Helen Zoss, honestly? Natalie, Dylan, and Alex get encountered by Dylan or Helen's evil ex-boyfriend, Seamus O'Grady, played by Justin Theroux. When they get 2 rings, they fight him and his goons, and that fight is too much stupid. For example, they end it with Alex blowing a flamethrower, and Seamus tells Dylan something stupid about killing Natalie and Alex, and hearing them scream, and she runs away from the agency. And as far as I'm concerned, that's not how this movie will end, and McG doesn't have the style of drama, and I say that because I couldn't finish We Are Marshall, which is a drama about a football team, and it was just the worst. And he's better at comedy than action and drama, Terminator. Dylan leaves while Natalie and Alex realize Ray is the bad guy, and Ray is on the way to a mansion where Madison lives, and Dylan goes to a bar where she is encountered by Jacqueline Smith, who is one of the original Angels. And I like that cameo. And Natalie and Alex get to the mansion with Madison shooting down Ray as she's the villain of the movie. And Dylan shows up to the rescue, and Madison shoots the Angels down with Charlie's voice box. And I like the Jacqueline Smith cameo because it was from the TV show, but everything else is a complete headache. And they also go to the premiere of Alex's boyfriend Jason Gibbons' new movie is premiering in Hollywood, and they fight Seamus and Madison with assistance from the Thin Man, returned by Crispin Glover, which, what bull crap. The Thin Man does luckily die, and why did he return to this movie? I don't know, I don't care, as they kill Seamus and Madison. Dylan is all alone. Alex gets back together with Jason, and Natalie and Pete get a puppy, and they're planning on staying with the agency, which is not too great. There'll be no more of these Angels, as the sequel is unnecessary. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 2.6 out of 10. A much bigger step down from the first Charlie's Angels, and this sequel, One Last Round, is very unnecessary, and Demi Moore's not good in this movie, nor is anybody else. And I'm not looking forward to the remake, but I'm more nervous about it in general, because it'll have an actress that I will talk about next week. And I would like to thank you guys for joining me, and I will be back with the 2019 Charlie's Angels. And until then, Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Charlie.